What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Pet Shop Boys, and we're returning to Nightlife, 1999. Thank you again to Seb, and the next track in the playlist is Boy Strange, which feels like a Latin language construction, right? It's noun and then adjective rather than adjective noun, which is typically the form in English. But yes, Boy Strange, if this is not a proper name, or rather proper noun title, which if it is, I don't have the context, so I don't have a sense of the reference. But assuming it's just a phrase, yeah, it sounds like I guess in English, a more poetic way to describe a boy who is strange. Now, being strange can mean different things. It can just mean quirky or unusual. It can also, I suppose, be a suggestion of, perversion or something which is seen as more problematic. And of course, even that, it depends on what angle you're looking from, right? It depends on subjective points of view, whether that's, psychological or socio-cultural and so on. Nevertheless, I wonder whether the boy is genuinely a boy or whether it's just like a young man but being referenced in that way. In any case, I will try to follow along. Let's hear it. This is Pet Shop Boys. The song is Boy Strange, and it's from their 1999 album Nightlife.
See boy strange on the horizon of love. He's calling to you. What do you say? See boy strange as an example of youth, so close to the truth, but still far away. When you realize that this boy is strange, it's too late to change your point of view. He's often there when the sun meets the sky, with a perfect alibi, unlike you. And such a strange boy, to think he'll make me good is strange boy. But when the fall comes down, what you live to talk of common sense is a complete waste of time. His looks are a crime, bound to commit. In the eyes of the world, he's a borderline fool, both naive and cruel. Why would you inflict him on you?
What a fascinating tune that was. And right at the end there, it was like suddenly giving me bossa nova vibes. But overall, it had this like two arrangement duality, meaning like the main part of the track had this kind of mellow, like pop groove, less synth or electronic or dance sounding than a lot of their tracks, still with some keyboard work certainly, but again, a bit more, I don't know, folk pop would be too strong of a phrase, but more like natural instrument type of pop. But then it would like turn inside out and it would get like kind of psychedelic and echoed, and there were these backing vocals which sounded like they were almost like in a dream state. And I think Neil was one of the voices, but not the only voice. And it was like the sonic negative, like, you know, in terms of like a photograph, and then you have like negatives, how it's like, you know, the colors are all like inverted. It felt like the sonic negative of the normal part of the tune. Then there was that long breakdown, and then it starts with a like a hi-hat rhythm, and you can feel it building, and there's these like piano chords that are getting sort of intense, and then it drops in, and there's actually like a hard sort of kick drum, not like, you know, really like, you know, stomping techno, but like more like heavier dance percussion than I was expecting at that point in the tune. And then it sort of goes into this, as I said, this shuffling bossa nova rhythm on the way out of the track. So really dynamic and multifaceted type of tune sonically. Lyrically, I'm intrigued. It's like a third person is being addressed, so that it's not the boy Strange. And right at the beginning, I was like, oh, maybe it is a proper name or proper noun reference. You know, if Boy Strange is on the horizon, what are you going to do? What would you say to him? It's like, okay. And then it sounds like it is about, like, you know, being different and being a bit strange and so on, but maybe with, you know, this sense of, like, there's a judgmental or a sort of, I don't know, closed-minded or simple-minded way to see that. And maybe there's a question being asked of whoever's being addressed that, like, you know, it's not, because it sounds like it's saying, like, oh, you know, when you realize and you'd want to change him, it's too late for that. So I don't know, it feels like there's like three, there's the narrator, there's the boy Strange, and then there's someone, I don't know, and maybe that someone could be like personified. It's like society or like culture or something, and it's, you know, addressing society as if it is a person. But yeah, it sounds like it's about subjective attitudes, about difference and being strange and so on. So yeah, one I'd have to hear some more and digest. I did only catch, you know, bits and pieces, in part because I was so intrigued by those dynamic and constantly shifting sonics, but a really interesting one, and one that, like, if it wasn't for Neil's voice, if it was, you know, like an instrumental or something, I'd be less inclined, or not less inclined, I'd be less able to immediately identify it as a Pet Shop Boys tune. Whereas there's other tracks of theirs that even before you hear Neil, it's pretty easy, as I've come to know it, to be able to say, oh, I bet you that's a Pet Shop Boys track. This one, I don't know if I would make such an assessment without hearing Neil. Now, with Neil's voice there, it's unmistakable, but yeah, really interesting one. Let me know what you think of it, and I will see you next time. Peace.